There is something you said last week that may have cost you more than you realize. Not a lie, not a curse, not even an argument. Just words spoken casually, maybe even innocently, to a friend, a family member, a coworker. And yet, if you study what scripture actually says about the tongue, about wisdom, about the hidden dangers of disclosure, you would go back and unsay it. Because God doesn't just warn us about the wrong things we say, he warns us about the right things we say to the wrong people. There are things, deeply personal things, that the Bible and the wisdom of God make clear we should guard carefully, not because they're shameful, but because they're sacred. And not everything sacred is meant to be shared. Today, we're going to look at 5 of them. And I want to warn you, by the time we get to number 3, you may feel genuinely convicted, because this is something almost no one talks about in the modern church. Let's begin. Joseph had a dream, a God-given, destiny-shaping dream. And the moment he told his brothers, the moment those words left his mouth, his life was never the same. They hated him for it. They plotted against him for it. They sold him into slavery because of it. Now, was Joseph wrong to have the dream? No. Was God wrong to give it to him? Absolutely not. But there is a reason why premature disclosure of vision is one of the enemy's favorite tactics. When you announce what God is building in you before it is built, you invite opinions that can crush what God is cultivating. You invite jealousy. You invite doubt, even from people who love you. Guard your dreams, not forever, but until they are rooted enough to survive the weight of other people's unbelief. The second thing cuts even harder. Jesus said in Matthew 6, "When you give to the needy, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing." We live in a culture that broadcasts everything. Every act of kindness gets a caption, every sacrifice gets a story. And slowly, quietly, without even realizing it, we begin giving to be seen. We begin serving for applause. And here is the terrifying part. Jesus doesn't say God is angry when we do this. He says God is silent. The reward has already been collected in the form of human praise. The eternal account comes back empty. When you tell people what you've sacrificed, what you've given, what you've endured, you may be spending a currency that was meant to be deposited somewhere you can't yet see. Some of the most powerful things you've ever done for God should never be spoken aloud. Not to your small group, not to your spouse, not even to your pastor, just between you and God. Now, the third one, I want to be careful here because community matters, accountability matters. There is absolutely a place for trusted confession. But here is what wisdom teaches us. Not everyone deserves access to your warfare. Proverbs 4 says to guard your heart above all else, for it determines the course of your life. There are people, some of them close to you, who are not spiritually equipped to carry what you carry. When you expose your deepest battles to the wrong person, one of two things happens. Either they panic and project their fear onto you, or they file it away and one day, in a moment of conflict, they use it. Jesus himself did not share everything to everyone. He shared certain things with the 12, he shared deeper things with the 3, and there were moments, in Gethsemane, where he carried it to the Father alone. Discernment about who hears your struggle is not weakness, it is wisdom. It is stewardship of something sacred. The fourth thing is perhaps the most culturally relevant one on this list. We have normalized venting about our spouses, about our parents, about our children. It's become so commonplace that we don't even notice we're doing it. A quick comment to a friend, a frustration shared with a sibling, a prayer request that is really just gossip wearing a Christian costume. But here is what happens. The person you're venting to forms an impression, and unlike you, they don't have the full history. They don't have the context. They don't have the love, and they don't forget. You reconcile with your spouse on Thursday. Your friend is still holding what you said on Monday. Your family's story is not yours alone to tell. Guard it. Fight for it behind closed doors. Bring it to God before you bring it to a group chat. And the fifth one, this one may surprise you. There are moments, raw, real, holy moments, where God does something in your life, where he speaks to you, where he moves in a way that is undeniable. And then you tell someone, and they're skeptical, or they explain it away, or they say something small and rational, and the flame that was burning in you flickers. Not every testimony is for every audience. Jesus healed people and then said, "Tell no one," not because the miracle wasn't real, but because premature exposure to cynicism can damage something tender that God is still growing in you. There is a time to testify, and there is a time to protect the seed while it's still in the ground. The tongue is small. James says it can set an entire forest on fire. But the warning of Scripture is not just about what we say that is wrong, it is about what we say that is right at the wrong time to the wrong person for the wrong reasons. So today, I want to leave you with this question. What has God entrusted to you that you may have been handing out too freely? What dreams, what struggles, what sacred moments have been scattered when they were meant to be sheltered? Wisdom doesn't mean silence forever. It means knowing the difference between what is meant to be protected and what is meant to be proclaimed. May God give you that discernment. May He guard what is growing in you. And may you learn to hold the holy things close until He says it's time.